President Donald Trump is calling today Liberation Day as he's set to unveil new tariffs against countries around the world.
Plus, officials from around the country are coming together to discuss policies addressing election integrity and voting access.
And today will be on the drier side of things. We still do expect some isolated showers and temperatures will be a bit cooler, but warm weather is on the way. I'll have more details coming up.
Live, local, late breaking. This is NewsWatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. It is 6:30 on April 2nd. We're taking a live look at Gold Beach from Jerry's Rogue Jets. Welcome to NewsWatch 12 this morning. I'm Brinkley Hill.
And I'm David Alvarado. Let's first turn back to Storm Tracker 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress with a look at what we can expect today and when we can start seeing some of that sunshine.
Well, we're seeing a little bit right now. We're dealing with mostly to partly cloudy sky conditions. Well, the sun hasn't quite risen yet, but we're seeing some daylight outside along with some cooler temperatures. But Klamath Falls looking absolutely stunning this morning, but it is cool. The temperature is into the 20s. But looking out at radar, we're not dealing with much activity. We have a few light showers over into Lake County, some as we're along the coast into Josephine as well. Now, today, best chances for the showers are mainly going to be west side, Northern California, and east side. Could see a lighter shower, but they won't be amounting to much. But current temperatures, like I mentioned, rather cold, especially over east side. A lot of temperatures into the 20s, 30s and 20s into Northern California. We'll be in the 30s and 40s as we're making our way into west side valleys and 40s along the coast. Now, like I mentioned, we'll be seeing isolated showers today. They'll be mainly over west side. Best chances, but we could see a lighter one move over to the east in Northern California. Mostly cloudy to partly cloudy sky conditions, and high temperatures today will be staying cooler. We have to wait for the next few days to see those temperatures warm up. So if you're heading out to the bus stop, definitely do recommend to take that jacket with you. We'll see those high temperatures into the 50s by the time you're heading home in the Rogue Valley, and around the rest of the region, those temperatures will be cool for your highs. So coming up in our next forecast, I'll have a bit more details about when we can finally expect to see that warmer weather.
And new this morning, California lawmakers have rejected two bills that would keep transgender athletes off sports teams, consistent with their gender identity.
Democratic lawmakers in the state's Assembly Committee for Arts, Entertainment, Sports, and Tourism rejected the proposals by Republican lawmakers. One bill would have required California's governing body for high school sports to adopt rules that ban students who are born a boy from participating in a girls' school sports team.
The other bill would have reversed a law from 2013 that allows students participating in sex-segregated school programs like sports to use bathrooms that align with their gender identity. You can find more details on these bills on our website.
There's a bill going through the Oregon legislature right now trying to protect pollinators like bees. House Bill 2679 would limit the use of neonicotinoid pesticides to users who are licensed. The Oregon Farm Bureau opposed this bill, pushing instead for an amendment to let anyone use the pesticides as long as the product is from a licensed seller.
The intent of the original bill is to protect pollinators, birds, fish, and people. So that's obvious that if it's taking out way more of the bill language, the thought is they're wanting to weaken the bill.
Supporters of the original bill say the lethal dose of these pesticides for a honeybee is smaller than a grain of salt, so the pollinators should be protected. But the chief bill sponsor, Zach Hudson, was the one who sent the amendment on behalf of the Oregon Farm Bureau. The argument for the amendment is that it's better to use pesticides sold by a licensed seller than have farms use other pesticides that are more accessible and potentially more damaging. A Republican-led effort to repeal Oregon's decades-old vote-by-mail system has sparked widespread opposition. Senate Bill 210, introduced by Senator David Brocksmith of Port Orford, seeks to replace the state's mail voting system with in-person voting on Election Day, starting in 2028. More than 11,000 Oregonians submitted testimony ahead of Monday's Senate Rules Committee hearing. Oregon Secretary of State Tobias Reed confirmed that the state's website temporarily crashed because of the amounts of submissions.
Within this piece of legislation is to let the voters of this state reaffirm on whether or not vote by mail is their choice.
Opponents argue that this would disproportionately impact rural residents, elderly voters, and individuals with disabilities. Others defended the proposal, saying people need to check signatures, put a face to the ballot, and tally it the same day. During the hearing, attendees who were for and against the bill were split evenly. Senate Bill 210 is unlikely to advance in the Democratic-controlled legislature, but if it does pass, it will be on the 2026 ballot.
Oregon Secretary of State Tobias Reed and others from around the country came together to discuss policies aimed at ensuring free and fair elections. The Democratic leaders from Nevada, Maine, Arizona, and Oregon say their focus is countering misinformation, expanding voter access, and strengthening election infrastructure. Reed and others reaffirmed their commitment to maintaining secure voting systems.
In Oregon, I can say with confidence, we don't need folks from DC telling us how to run elections because we already run secure, fair elections that get more citizens to vote, just like our founders intended.
Oregon currently allows registered voters to return ballots by mail, drop them in ballot boxes, or vote in person at county elections offices. Our news team will continue to track voting bills at the state and national levels for you.
The Oregon Department of Energy has awarded $950,000 in grants to 19 Oregon counties, including Lake County. The grants will strengthen energy systems that are needed to support critical public services during disruptions to states' larger energy systems. ODOE has awarded each participating county with $50,000 to create a plan that outlines current energy infrastructure and resilience needs.
The Eagle Point Police Department and other local law enforcement agencies will be partnering with the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Oregon Department of Transportation for Distracted Driving Awareness Month. Federal and state grant funds will be used to place extra officers on the roads in order to enforce and educate drivers on distracted driving.
It's almost that time of the year when the Southern Oregon Railroad Park opens for some steam-powered magic. But this year, the park needs your help. There are 4 volunteer groups who help keep the park alive. The Southern Oregon Live Steamers run the train you just saw, and you were able to speak to them yesterday.
Yeah, and that club specifically out of the 4 is in need of volunteers. Some of their diehard volunteers have left the program recently, so they need some extra help fixing up the railroad track. The president of the club described the track as the heartbeat of the park, and without it, the train that keeps people coming back can't run.
Without live steam, there is no live steam train rides, and there isn't nothing to pass on to the next generation. That's mostly what's driven me, sharing the history with new people and the hope that somebody else will take the same interest that we all have.
The volunteers have spent hours this year fixing the railroads and preparing for opening day in 2 weeks. If you'd like to get involved, the contact information for the club is on our website. And Sparrow Clubs has become a meaningful tradition at Phoenix High School, its impact reaching far beyond just fundraising. Students explained how fundraisers bring the entire community together. For the students, being a part of the Sparrows program is a life-changing experience. Right now, students are preparing for this Friday's talent show to help raise money for their Sparrow, Emiliano.
What's cool about Phoenix High School is that we are part of a small community. So, our school is not super big, not super small, but we can involve our community with our fundraisers.
Attendees will not only be entertained by singing, dancing, instrumental performances, and more, but they will also have the opportunity to vote for their favorite performances. Voters will place money in designated donation boxes, and 100% of those proceeds from the votes will go directly to Emiliano's support. The talent show starts at 6 p.m. and you can learn more about other fundraisers online. And now let's just go ahead and talk about Rogue Valley Dancing with the Stars. Brinkley, myself, and Sarah all going to help compete on the hip hop squad.
We have been practicing for a couple of months now so that we can raise money for Sparrow Clubs. It's their biggest fundraiser of the year. If you would like to help us donate to Sparrow Clubs and raise money for Sparrow Clubs, please scan one of these QR codes right now or head to our website.
And I just want to say, we were told by one of the 7-year-old dancers, I don't know if she's 8 or 9, but she said Sarah has the best dance move so far. That she looks clean.
Sarah's the cleanest.
So Sarah, you have a lot to live up to.
Well, if you guys want to come watch and see if I am the best up to, I'm definitely not the best on our team, but I am cleaning up. But definitely on May 3rd, tickets are out now, so if you want to come watch us, definitely worth the show. And of course, you're helping out some amazing kids as well. But today, back to your weather, we are still tracking isolated showers for us. They will be mainly west side, but we have the slight chance for it to make its way east side and into Northern California. We'll see this wrap up overnight. Now, in the days to come, we'll begin to dry out tomorrow, and warmer high temperatures and bright skies are here to welcome us into the weekend. I'll talk more about what you can expect coming up in about